Data analytics. So everywhere you will be finding this term data analytics, starting from job descriptions or Instagram posts or YouTube. Everywhere you will be finding this. So maybe you have seen some of the videos or Googled this term, and you have got different versions of the explanation. What is data analytics? So when you are getting so many explanations, you might get ultimately confused as to what data analytics actually is. So today's video is about data analytics, and I will explain you in the next few minutes of the video about data analytics, and it will be absolutely clear to you what data analytics is. I'll be using no jargon, no math, nothing. I'll just simply give you a clarity about what data analytics is. So let us move ahead. ZENIQ Intelligence Simplified. Analytics is the process of collecting information, finding patterns in it, and using that pattern to make strong decisions or effective decisions. That is, you can say, a brief definition of what data analytics is. Now, if that is overwhelming to you, do not worry. I am not speaking any jargon. I'll just, with a simple example, tell you what all this definition means. Say you have a small tea shop. Now you are making tea every day, a fixed quantity of it, and you are selling that. Some days you observe that all the tea is exhausted, everything is sold, and then customers come and you have to return them because no tea is left. And in other days, some of the days, you will find that customers didn't come and some part of the tea was remaining and you had to throw it because no one came for the tea. Now, what all these things is, you have got some information that these things are happening. Now you decide, what can I do to save my sales and also not to waste any amount of tea. Save my sales means you don't have to return any customer. That is a loss of sale for you. That customers are there and you are not able to give them tea. So sale is less and your profit is also less. And in some cases, you have to throw the tea. That is also a loss to you, that you have to waste some amount of tea. Now, this information you have got, and you have found a pattern that sometimes you have loss of sales, sometimes you have loss of the product. Now, what to do? You decided that I'll write this down every day, how much tea I am selling for the next 3 months. Then you have written down meticulously that in next 3 months, how the sales went, when it was more, when it was less, when customers came more, when there were no customers. You have just written down everything. You are not relying only on your memory. You have everything written. So that is the data collection you have done. Now, after the data collection, after 3 months, you can look at that data and gather some information. You found that on rainy Mondays, there were 40% more sale of tea, and on sunny Sundays, your sale was 10% down, and after 11 a.m., no customers came. So that is a pattern that you have found out from the information collected. Now it is clear to you to make a decision. So what you will do? You will make a decision that these days I have to make more tea, and these days I have to make less tea. Because you particularly know now that when the customers are more and when the customers are less. So you plan your production of tea accordingly. So no customer is going back without having tea, and neither you have to throw away tea when customers don't turn up. So that is simply what data analytics mean. No complications, no jargons, no maths. I think it is now crystal clear to you what data analytics is. So let us now move to some real life examples that we will see where data analytics is speaking. Now, this data analytics is not some sci-fi technology that will be coming in the future. It is a present technology that we are leveraging on. So data analytics is everywhere. You accept it or do not accept it. Now, for example, Zomato, it suggests what you want before you search. Now, Zomato might be having a listing of plenty of restaurants and plenty of food menus. Now, what it has to suggest you something, then you can, that is helping you to choose from. Otherwise, what will happen? It will be very difficult to go through all the restaurants, go through all the menus, and then selecting your order. So it has what it records. It has a record or information at the back end. It is collecting digitally your record, what you have ordered previously, what are your choices, what kind of food you order generally, what is the time of the day you are ordering, then where your location is. Are you in office? Are you at home? Are you somewhere else? So every data they are collecting and then recommending you some restaurants and some food that you would like. That makes your search very easy and you can quickly place an order. Now let us go to your banks. They catches fraud before you notice it. Now you have a particular pattern of spending, maybe where you are spending, the locations, how much amount you spend at a particular time. So all this data is stored with the bank. Now suddenly there is some uh, odd expenditure that is happening. So how odd? Say a very large amount of transaction is happening. Maybe you are only doing the transaction, but it will raise a flag because say your spend amount is 5,000, just for example, at each transaction, and suddenly you are making a purchase of something expensive at 1 lakhs. So it will raise a flag that this person is, something wrong is there in the transaction. So either you will immediately get a call from the bank that this much amount has been debited from your credit card or from your account. Are you the person who is doing this transaction? If it is yes, no issues. And if it is no, it's a great point to worry because someone else might be doing the transaction without your knowledge. So that is how bank is using analytics to prevent fraud. Then YouTube channel, YouTube already knows what you are going to watch next, what you would like to watch next. How? They have your watch history. They know how much length of the video you have seen, which videos you have skipped, or which video you have just opened and then deleted or went back to some other video. So your behavior is captured in the data. So that is the information, and they have found pattern in that information, and they have decided that these are the types of videos this person wants to watch. So show him these videos in the list so that it becomes easier for you to choose a video and watch that video. So you can see analytics is everywhere. With this only three simple examples, you can imagine how your whole life is moving around analytics and how companies, banks, etc. are using your data to give you the right thing at the right moment. Everything is analytics. So next we will discuss about what are the different types of analytics, which is very important to note. Now let us look at the four different types of data analytics. You need not have to memorize this by heart. You will automatically know because with each type there is a question linked. And if you remember the questions, what to ask, you get the name of the type of data analytics. Okay, so first, descriptive analytics. It answers the question, what happened? Now, this is a based on historical data or historical information. Say your sales report. What was the sales last month? it describes, it tells you what happened in the past. In the last month, you have made so and so much of sales. So that is your descriptive analytics. Then how many people interacted with your Instagram post, the Instagram insights, that is giving you how many people liked, how many impressions were there, how many people commented. All these things are examples of descriptive analytics. It is just describing what has happened, just the recorded data, and from data you are getting that what has happened. Next comes diagnostic. Why did it happen? The next question you ask is, why did it happen? Something has happened, okay, but why did it happen? Now your sales dropped by 10%. Then you will ask, why there is a drop in sales by 10%? Maybe it is the price, maybe some competitor has entered the market, maybe the season is not suitable, maybe there is a product issue. So all these things you ask next. When you know what has happened, you ask next why it has happened and try to find that. In the third place comes the predictive analytics. What will happen? Now Netflix is predicting which will be your next show. Say you have completed watching one series and it will predict that you might also like this. So it is based on your historical behavior. It is trying to predict and trying to tell what you will watch in the future, what will happen in future. It is predictive. So you are predicting something based on the historical data. Then comes prescriptive. Prescriptive analytics. What should we do? Now we have known what has happened, we know why it has happened, and we can predict somehow that what is going to happen. Now, what is going to happen might be positive or negative. If it is positive thing happening, you will ensure that, okay, we will maintain this and this thing will happen. Now, if something is negative going to happen, then you have to rectify that. Say there is a product issue, the quality issue in your product that will decrease your sale. That is a negative thing happening. How you will increase your sale? That is prescriptive. It is prescribing that you improve your product, then there will be an increase in sale. So it is prescribing you what you should do next. Another example, GPS saying, take this route. It is not stopping at that. It is predicting to take this route, and it is telling that save 20 minutes. You will, if you, it is say, it is telling that this road will have this traffic, and it does not stop there. It is giving you an alternative route where you can save 20 minutes. So these are the simple 4 types of data analytics, very easy to remember. Descriptive, when you are describing what happened, is the question to ask. Diagnostic, why did it happen, the question to ask. Then comes predictive, you are predicting the future, what will happen, that is the question. And prescriptive, what should we do? If these are the conditions, what should we do? So next, now the question is how to start with data analytics today. Do you need to learn many tools? Do you need to know a lot of maths and all? Nothing you want to have. You just should have a mindset of a data analyst. Just build the mindset. How? Ask why and what if about data around you. What is data around you? Take your monthly expenses. Try to note it down in an Excel sheet and see where your money is going, in which expenses most of your money is going, where least money is spent, and then you will be able to understand where unnecessary money is going and where you are failing to invest your money. You can then plan your whole budget. You can plan your salary or your income for the month accordingly. You can make a decision that, okay, here I am spending more, I'll cut these expenses, and here I'll make more expenses which is more necessary. Or you can take your Instagram post, you can note down your descriptive data analytics, how many likes, how many comments, how many impressions. Then you can ask, is it good? If you have got a good impression and a good comments and all, then you should try to understand why it is good and what is wrong with the other posts that are not doing good. Then you know what to change and what to do. Then your electricity bill also you can check out. Say during summers you might be using an air conditioner, so your bill is more. In the winter seasons you are not using any air conditioner, but you are using, say, hot water. So there your electricity bill might be going. So what is the comparison? Try to find out. Wherever there is data, try to gather some data and try to ask questions. We have just learned descriptive, diagnostic, then predictive, prescriptive. Then start with what already you have. Most of us are having access to Excel or Google Sheets. You can record your data there, organize that data, make it into a table, try to build some charts. Then you can visualize your data. You can understand very easily how your data is looking and what is happening in the data. Next, you can go for learning a tool. Don't take too many tools. Either you take Excel or you can take Power BI. The free version is available for Power BI. So it is very easy to learn and very similar to Excel, and industry relevant also, beginner friendly also. Because it is similar to Excel, that's why it is very friendly, because all of us are very accustomed to Excel. So if many of you comment that you need a tutorial on Power BI, then you can just comment it. Then I'll start a tutorial on Power BI. So this is how to start data analytics. It is not something very difficult. Just you need to have a mindset, ask the correct questions, and you will have all the answers. This is all about data analytics, what data analytics actually is. It is nothing very complicated, nothing very means for the experts or computer engineers. It is for you and me. Now, why data analytics is important in our life? Simple, it is making us smarter decision makers. You have information, you can find pattern in it, you can make smart decisions. So that is all about data analytics. So if I have given you enough clarity, please hit the like button and subscribe to ZenIQ. I'll be coming up with many videos that you suggest. You can suggest it in the comment section. And if you want to have a one-to-one conversation with me, I am available on TopNet. I'll put the link in the description, and I also have a website. I'll put the link in the description, so you can go to the my website and can find out what kind of services I offer. You can explore that, and any services if you require, I have given left my social media handles and my email and my contact details, so you can get in touch with me for any academic lectures, any workshops, any corporate trainings, or any kind of training for a cohort. So all those things I am doing related to data analytics or AI and machine learning. So that is all from my side. ZenIQ Intelligence Simplified. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, everyone.